Hello students, today we are going to discuss about your unit number 2A building materials from paper 203. Earlier we have discussed about the manufacturing process of porcelain. Today we are going to discuss about the manufacture of glass. So what are the chief raw materials for manufacturing of glass? So here we are having chief raw materials are number 1 silica SiO2, number 2 soda ash Na2CO3. With this sometimes use potassium carbonate K2CO3 in potash glass. Then number 3 limestone or feldspar or borax or PbO lead oxide. And number 4 cullet of same composition. In addition to the raw materials, the cullet and decolorizers are also added for each type of glass. The procedure adopted in the manufacture of glass may broadly be divided into the following stages. Number 1 batch mixing, number 2 melting in furnace, number 3 shaping or fabrication, number 4 annealing, and number 5 finishing. For the manufacture of glass, the reaction involved in it, you can see here SiO2 plus Na2CO3. Temperature is around 1500 degrees centigrade, and it will form Na2SiO3 plus 2 plus CO2, right? Now we discuss about the flow chart of this manufacture of glass. Here you can see flow chart for manufacture of glass. So our chief raw materials are here silica, SiO2, soda ash, limestone, feldspar, borax or lead oxide, and cullet of same composition. They all are mixed in this step batch mixing. First they all are taken, then they are crushed to fine powder, then impurities are removed from it, and then they are mixed in proper composition, or they are mixed in proper proportion in this batch mixing stage. Then it will taken for melting operation. It will carried out in tank or pot furnace. Then it is taken for shaping or fabrication process. Then it is taken for annealing, and the final stages of finishing. So this way you can see the flow chart of manufacture of glass. Now we will discuss about its procedure. Depending upon the type of glass to be manufactured, suitable raw materials are collected. In addition to the raw materials, the cullet and the decolorizers are also added for each type of glass. The cullet indicates waste glass or pieces of broken glass. They increase the fusibility of glass. They also reduce the cost. By adding this cullet, they increase the fusibility of glass, and the another thing is they reduce the cost of the specific production of that glass. The raw materials generally contains traces of the iron compounds. The ferrous oxide imparts a green color. The ferric oxide imparts a light yellow color to glass. To avoid such effects, the decolorizers are added. The usual substances used as decolorizers are SbO2, S2O3, CaO, MnO2 and NiO. So these all are decolorizers to remove the color because of the impurity of glass. The raw materials, cullet and decolorizers are finally powdered in a grinding machines. The raw materials, cullet and decolorizer are finally powdered in grinding machines. Then the mixing of this material is carried out in mixing machines until a uniform mixture is obtained. Such a uniform mixture is known as the batch or frit. Means the powdered uniform mixture of this all ingredient is called batch or frit. It is taken for further process of melting in a proper furnace. Means that then it is taken for melting. The batch is melted either in a pot furnace or in a tank furnace. So here for melting there are mainly two types of furnaces, pot furnace and tank furnace. The heating is continued until the evolution of carbon dioxide, oxygen, sulfur dioxide and other gases stops. So heating operation will carried out at a very high temperature around we can say around 1500 degrees centigrade. So first we will discuss about this pot furnace. How does it works? So in this furnace the pots are adopted as units. Means for a particular operation pots are adopted as units. A typical glass melting pot is shown in figure. Here you can see it. A pot is a vessel made up of fire clay. These pots are placed in specially prepared holes in the furnace. The charging and collecting doors are kept projecting outside so that raw materials may be added and molten glass may be taken out conveniently. So the doors, collecting and charging doors, projecting outside. The pots are filled raw material. The pots are filled with raw materials. The furnace is heated by means of producer gas. When the mass has molten down, it is removed from the pot and it is taken for the next operation of shaping. Means for this melting we can use pot furnace or tank furnace. In pot furnace there are the pots adopted as units. They are set in the furnace. A pot is a vessel made up of fire clay. These pots are placed in specially prepared holes in the furnace. For charging and collecting, Doors are kept projecting outside, so it will be convenient to put a charge or to collect a charge. The pots are filled with raw materials. The furnace is heated by means of producer gas. When the mass has molten down, it is removed from the pot and it is taken for the next operation. The melting of glass by pot furnace is used to melt small quantities of glass at a time. Means it is used, the pot furnace is used for small quantities of glass, for the production of small quantity of glass, or you can say that to prepare special types of glass. So this is about pot furnace. Now we see the tank furnace. Here you can see its figure. This is the section of tank furnace which is shown in this figure. This type of furnace is constructed with reinforced masonry, right? The roof is given special shape to deflect the flames of heated gas. Means it is given a special shape you can see in the figure. The roof is somewhat like slope like structure here. The ports are provided for the entry of preheated producer gas. In the figure you can see there are three ports from which producer gas is entered for heating. The doors are provided for charging. Means you can see in the figure doors for removing molten mass, doors for charging from one side. From the another side you can see the doors for removing molten mass. So the doors are provided for charging and for taking out the molten glass. The bridge separates the tank into two unequal compartments. So here you can see a bridge in the figure. It will separate two unequal compartment. One compartment is small and another one is large compartment. The batch is heated in large compartment and contains somewhat impure glass. It flows through opening of bridge into small compartment. Means whatever the material is taken into the big compartment in a large compartment and then it is heated by producer gas which is comes out from that pots which you can see in the figure. And by the heating process the glass will mold and the glass also contains some impure glass. It flows through opening of bridge into small compartment. Means the molten glass flows to the small compartment by opening of bridge. The floating impurities are collected at the top of large compartment. Means when glass melts, the impurities are taken out from it, collected from it from the top of large compartment. These all are floating impurities. So we can collect it from the large compartment. Then the bridge will open and the whole mass is transferred to small compartment and then you can see door for removing molten mass. Then the molten mass is removed from the door's another side. The tank is filled with raw materials. The furnace is heated by allowing producer gas through pots. The charging of raw materials and taking out of molten mass are simultaneous, and this is a continuous process, and it is adopted to melt large quantities of glass at a time. Means this um, tank type furnace is used for the large quantities of glass manufacturing. So this is how you can see the tank furnace and pot furnace, and which is used according to the usage or the requirement. Then this molten glass is taken for shaping or fabrication process. The molten glass is given suitable shape or form in this stage of shaping or fabrication. It can either be done by hand or by machine. Means the shaping process carried out by, or it will give a shape by hand or by machine as per the requirement. The hand fabrication is adopted for small scale production, and machine fabrication is adopted for large scale production. Means for small scale production, hand fabrication is adopted, and machine fabrication is adopted for large scale of production. This fabrication process is done by different ways. Following are the different ways of fabrications. Number 1, blowing. Number 2, casting. Number 3, drawing. Number 4, pressing. Number 5, rolling. And number 6, spinning. By this all process, these all are different ways of fabrication. So it is according to the type of manufacturing of that particular, we can say particular type of glass, we will use a particular way of fabrication. Now after the fabrication process, the glass is taken for annealing process. Annealing of glass is a very important process. If glass articles are allowed to cool down rapidly, the superficial layer of glass cools down first, as glass is a bad conductor of heat. So, annealing is very important process in manufacturing of glass, because annealing means cooling down the glass, and if glass articles are allowed to cool down rapidly, then it will form a bad quality glass. How we can understand it? By this explanation, the superficial layer of glass cools down first, means the outer side layer will cool down first, as the glass is a bad conductor of heat. The interior portion remains comparatively hot, and it is therefore in a stage of strain. Means the outside surface is cool down rapidly, and the internal surface will not cool down as rapidly as outside. So the interior portion remain comparatively hot, and it is therefore in a state of strain. Outside layer is cool and internal layer is hot. That's why the glass is in the state of strain, and hence such glass articles breaks to pieces under very slight shocks or disturbance. Means these type of glass articles are not of good quality. So this way we can say that annealing process is a very important part of the manufacture of glass. So it will the glass particles are cooled down very slowly in this annealing part. Now after annealing, the glass is taken for finishing process. In this finishing process, the extra edges or extra part of glass or small pieces comes out from the glass while manufacturing it are cut into, and then it is finished very nicely. At the end of all the procedure, the finishing has been done to cut extra edges or parts of glass. So this is our overall procedure for the manufacturing of glass, and here we have discussed each and every step one by one. First of all, we have started it with batch mixing, then we have discussed melting in furnace, then the shaping or fabrication process, then the step number 4 is annealing, and step number 5 is finishing. And this way the manufacture of glass we have discussed. So here you can see the melting process is done by pot furnace or a tank furnace. So in examination you may have question like describe the melting process in furnace. So you should describe both pot furnace and this tank furnace. And if this question is asked for more marks like 14 marks, then you should mention this overall procedure for manufacturing of glass. So today we are concluding our lecture here. We will discuss the next point in the next session. Till then, thank you all students. Thank you.